Do you have a do-over moment? Is there something that you said, you know, I just like to do that one again?
Yeah, I can tell you a couple of weeks ago I had about 50 do-over moments when I was playing golf with Duncan, my brother. You know, I had taken tons of golf lessons and I was going to whoop his butt at that golf trip, and he beat me 6 out of 6 times. So that was a do-over trip.
Way to go, Duncan.
Yeah, great. Here at Creation, you know, honestly, there haven't been a lot. I can think of one where we were going to merge with a company here in BC called Pacina, and we had negotiated the deal. We had a signed letter of intent, and it was a done deal, and I proceeded to go on vacation after the deal was signed and watch the whole thing go sideways. So yeah, that was one that there was a lot of effort put into it, and it ended up blowing up, and I think I could have done that a lot better, but in the end I think it was a good thing. Yeah. So there you go. How about you, Arthur? You never have do-over moments.
Well, I do actually, but by the way, I was in Toronto last week and Duncan's still beaming, so you've done a good brother thing, even though I understand your pain, Jeff, so hang in there, yes. You know, the biggest one for me was through the recession. It was very, very tough, and it was, you know, the biggest challenge of my working career. And some of our business units responded very quickly and very appropriately. And overall, as a company, I thought we probably, in some areas, could have responded quicker. So, you know, my do-over is I wish in hindsight that we had been more consistent and a little faster in how we responded to it. I am, though, very thankful that we were able to all share in the pain, work together, and we retained our people. And, you know, we've just come off a record year in 2010, which was great. And that's really because all of you, our Creation people, stuck it out, worked hard, survived through the tough recession, and we came out a stronger company, well positioned for the growth. And by the way, some of you may have heard, but we just had a record month in March, 51 million. So that's phenomenal. So well done on that. You know, Jeff, Creation's had a lot of growth, and you know, why do you think? What has enabled us to grow so much?
You know, I think one of our key success factors is really empowering our people, and I think the business unit concept, the customer-focused team concept, where we try to empower the people that I think are really on the front lines, and the more we can do that as we grow, the better. And it obviously gets tougher as we grow. We can turn into a bigger machine where, you know, things are all dealt with at the top, but the ideal is things are dealt with at the front lines, and I think we got to keep pushing for that, and I think we've done it well today.
Yeah, you know, I like that answer, Jeff, and I think...
You do?
Yeah, I do, actually. I like your answer. And, you know, I think it is about the people, right? Our business model is built not only for customer intimacy, but for people and culture. We're very focused on it in our vision and strategy, and I think that all our people care about it. You know, you go ask Creation people in any location, what is it you like about working at Creation? I've been doing a lot of that lately as I've been traveling around. And you know, 8 or 9 times out of 10, the answer is it's about the people, it's about the culture. And you know, I think that really, you know, our competitors can copy most of what we do, but they can never copy our people and culture. I think that's made all the difference. So.
For sure.
So what's your vision for the next 20 years? You know, other than beating Duncan at golf. I know you'll need a minute on that one.
You know, I have been daydreaming about that, to be honest. But you know, obviously, as I just mentioned, the trick is as you grow to keep nimble, to keep smart, and it's maybe dealing with Mike Walsh. If we can harness him, that would be great. I think it's doing more of the same. I think we have to continue to grow, but we have to continue to grow profitably, and I think that's our next challenge. We've done really well at growing recently, and we have to continue with the profitability too.
That's great, Jeff. Thank you. Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, which we use a lot here at Creation, talks about getting the flywheel going. And you know, my sense is we've really got the flywheel starting to go at Creation. I'm sure there's going to be lots of challenge ahead, but as we live our hedgehog concept, as we unleash our culture to enrich lives, as we execute on our business model and we focus on our ROA by customer, which is our core engine, you know, I think there's some great days ahead. Do you have one wish for 2011?
Besides the golf thing?
Besides the golf thing.
Yeah, you know, if we can look back on this year, it'd be great if we filled up a few of those business units that are have a little excess capacity.
Right.
You know, it's so funny in our business. It seems like the business units that are humming along get the more and more business. But if we were able to get the business in the right plant, I think that would be a neat thing.
Right. Yeah. No, that's really great, Geoff. Do you like pictures, Geoff?
Yeah, Arthur, why do you ask that?
Well, you know, I was kind of going down memory lane, and oh, you got something there too. That's
I just want Arthur to know I have a little weapon too.
Okay, well, let's bring it on. So I was going down memory lane, and you know, I keep all my pictures on the laptop so you can look at them. Yeah. And you know, I have this little folder that's kind of creation history and memories, and I was kind of going through it the other night, and you know, I kind of found 3 pictures that kind of stuck out for me. And,
you know, you gave him 3 pictures?
So, you know, the first one I'd like to know is, what is this all about?
That was one of those moments, Arthur, that I wish I did over.
What are you wearing there, Geoff?
It's is it spandex or something?
I don't know, but it can't feel good.
No. Okay. Oh, you've looked at that. All right.
Do you have something you want to share?
No,
there?
not yet.
You want to save that? No, yet. Okay. Question number 2 is, where was this?
Where was that?
Oh, in the hospital.
No, it wasn't the hospital.
Wait, I don't even know where that was.
Oh, come on, you know.
That was in China.
Was that China?
Taiwan.
Is somebody squeezing my butt there?
I think you are. I took this picture in Taiwan on April 20th, 2004.
And why did you destroy it?
I made a promise to you when I took it, Geoff, that someday at the appropriate time I would share it. I just want you to know I like to honor my promises.
Let's see this last one and get it over with.
All right, here's the last one, and all I really want to know is, how did this one work out for you?
Another China picture.
Beijing, 2005.
I feel like I should have flushed myself there.
And I apologize for any pain or disturbing feelings this has caused for any of you in the audience. But anyways, I found those, I enjoyed those. Okay, your turn.
So Arthur, I just have one question. You know, you do know how to multitask, but how do you cook and talk on the phone at the same time? Did you burn anything? Did it all work out for you?
It's the power of the mustache, Geoff.
What a handsome guy, huh?
All right, you win. Anyways, so we've been getting a few questions emailed in. I'll just take a look at them here. And we're kind of getting a little tight on time, so we won't get a chance to get to all of them. But the first was from Ron Ratowski. And Ron's question is, why do you feel so passionate about Creation's culture?
Because it's the, you know, you see it over and over again. People come out with products, they come out with technology, it all changes. And what we have this soft, touchy-feely thing we gotta deliver to our customers. How do we do it? It's all people. It's all about being energized, and it's obviously the culture that makes that happen. If we lose the culture, we're going to lose our competitiveness, and we're not going to succeed. So that's what it's about.
Yeah, great, Geoff. And you know, for me, it's that's the differentiator, right? I mean, people in our industry do a lot of the same things we do. They buy SMT lines, they try to learn about quality, but the one thing they can never really copy is our people and culture. And great question, Ron. Hope you're watching this somewhere, probably from Milwaukee. The next question here is a question that came in.
That looks like a long question.
Yeah, that's a long. We won't have time for that one. Okay, here's another one from Mississauga. Is there enough business in Canada for Creation to open another business unit?
That's a good question, these tough questions. My gut is right now I think we pretty much own the market in Canada, our market, the business we're after, and here in BC we've done well. I don't think there's a need for another plant here. Obviously in Toronto it's been a boom year. We're shipping a lot out of there, and we've just signed an expansion of the premises in Mississauga, so we're adding some space there. My gut, though, is we don't really need to add another plant. We probably have to add some space in the plants we have.
So anyways, thanks for your questions, and we'll answer the other ones via email. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I want to say special thanks to Debbie, Janelle, and Nicole, who have done a huge amount of work on our celebrations with their team, so well done. Thank you to all our BU representatives. Some of you have traveled very long. I know there were some plane challenges yesterday, etc. And so really appreciate you being here to celebrate with us. Thank you. To Louise for her overall coordination, and all our people culture leaders in every location for all of the promotions and excitement that you've been generating around our anniversary. Well done, people and culture team. To Reagan and the IT team for putting together this webcast. They always love it when I get ideas like, let's throw in some music and some dancers all at the last minute. But it hit me in the shower this morning. So you guys are great. You're flexible, so well done. And to John Earl and a whole group of people, too many to name, that have been part of the videography team, and you're going to see that video launch later today. Well done. It's very exciting. Thank you on that. And so stay tuned later today for that Creation Difference video coming out, and for our scrapbook coming out. If you haven't been to the Wall of Memories, go check that out. You know, in conclusion, it's been a challenging but great 20 years. It's been my pleasure to be part of it for the last 10, and I know some of you have been here for the entire time. We've seen tremendous growth. It's been all about you, our people and our culture, that's made all the difference. I thank you all so much. I hope you enjoy your local celebrations wherever you are. I hope you have a wonderful day. We've clearly been, greatly blessed as a company. Geoff talked about his early prayer, and along the way there's been many prayers, and we've seen many miracles, and we're very, very thankful for that. I think we got a real exciting future ahead, and so just imagine what the next 20 years will be like. Happy 20th anniversary, everyone. Take care.